Did someone really take the gold from Fort Knox? Trump and Musk plan to visit. The vault holds 147.3 million ounces of gold, or 5,000 tons, but that's half of the U.S. Treasury's reserves, with the rest stored in other secure facilities. It's a golden ticket that many have sought to obtain, but few have actually obtained. Even prominent lawmakers complain that they have been barred from taking a look at the U.S. gold vault at Fort Knox. For decades, the only person who has managed to do so, other than specially authorized personnel, was President Franklin D. Roosevelt. Today, President Donald Trump and Doge chief Elon Musk are publicly questioning whether the U.S. gold is actually there. A highly symbolic visit to the world's richest man, by the world's richest man and the most powerful man on the planet, could soon be on the horizon. Trump has explicitly said that the gold may be missing. He said, "We're actually going to go to Fort Knox to see if the gold is there, because maybe somebody stole the gold, tons of gold." The U.S. president said, "I guess the gold is there, but it certainly makes sense for people to check." Senator Ted Cruz told Daily Mail, "That would be interesting." "Maybe Goldfinger did it," Senator Lindsey Graham quipped, pointing to the classic James Bond film that featured a plan to beam all the gold. One person who has managed to get into Fort Knox has called the visit not difficult at all and has described in detail what it's like inside the vault. "We'll have a look into it, I guess," said Senator Jim Justice, Republican of West Virginia, although he said it might not be a high priority when asked about it by Daily Mail. Senator Mike Lee, Republican of Utah, has also tried repeatedly to get in, but the U.S. Mint has denied him. The vault holds 147.3 million ounces of gold, or 5,000 tons, according to the website Mint. However, it's about half of the U.S. Treasury reserves, with the rest stored in other secure facilities around the country. A sitting lawmaker, Senator Mitch McConnell of Kentucky, had managed to get into Fort Knox in 2017 when the value of gold inside was $186 billion. "It just came up as a result of a casual visit," he said at the time, having joined a delegation led by Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin. "The amount in it is not even the annual funding level for some of our major departments in the federal government," McConnell has said, exaggerating several times. Mnuchin, a Hollywood producer who famously posed in front of the American gold plates with his wife, Louise Linton, said at the time, "I guess the gold is still there. It would really be like a movie script if we went in and the gold wasn't there." Musk himself has expressed his doubts about what might be there. "A live tour of Fort Knox would be amazing. Is the gold there or not? They say it's there. Is it true? Or did someone spray paint some lead?" he said on Joe Rogan's podcast. "Well, I guess they could find out pretty easily," said Senator Mike Rounds, a Republican from South Dakota. However, one person who has taken an extensive look at the U.S. gold stockpile was not so coy in his comments. Dave Gantz was part of a group of 120 journalists and photographers who visited the famous vaults in 1974. The Treasury Secretary allowed the visit, quote, "when rumors persisted that all the gold had been removed from the vaults," end quote, according to the Mint. Even for people who did not have much of an appetite, the experience was nothing short of amazing, he wrote in a 2009 article about the experience. "No one from the public or even from the government outside of authorized personnel had been there since Franklin D. Roosevelt made a wartime visit in 1943. Gantz had described in detail the laborious process of building the facility of 16,000 cubic feet of granite, 4,200 cubic yards of concrete, 750 tons of reinforced steel, and 670 tons of structural steel. According to him, the visit did indeed take place amid a persistent rumor that there was no gold left in Fort Knox. And this resulted in the vault's first public opening in 1974. The visit itself must have cost him a pretty penny. There were planes in the air all the time. Former Representative Phil Crane, a Republican from Illinois, said he had suggested the team visit Fort Knox, quote, because of rampant rumors that significant portions of our gold reserves had disappeared, end quote. To guard against such suspicions, the vault doors were taped with a sealing wax, special tape, and signed cards intended to reveal any illegal entry. One lawmaker, Claire Bergener, Republican from California, told a reporter, personally, I'm convinced that only a conspiracy or a military invasion could get the gold out of there. The vault Gantz toured was the size of a comfortable 4-room apartment. In the past, a lawmaker had asked a guard about a rumor that there was an escape tunnel inside the vault. He told him that there was indeed a lower-level tunnel, but only after a few turns inside the vault were lawmakers and reporters allowed to see the tunnel. The tunnel, too, was sealed and accessible only from inside the vault. The conclusion was that the tunnel, which opens only from inside the vault building, was not a viable means of attempting to remove significant amounts of gold, Gantz wrote. The breach could only be made from outside the vault, not from within the building itself. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Please support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.